Meet the C800 Plus from Anker SOLIX. This is not a review video. This is an overview video because it is sponsored by Anker SOLIX. Anker SOLIX is sponsoring this video as a part of their C800 Plus and C1000 launch campaign and their presence at the upcoming Save Expo in Jacksonville, Florida. If you'll be at the Save Expo starting March 1st, make sure to keep your eyes peeled because I will also be floating around there as an Anker SOLIX brand ambassador, and I would love to meet you and show you the C800 Plus in person along with all of Anker SOLIX's new other products. To be a part of all of the action, tune in on March 1st at the Save Expo, full power to go the distance. As a rule, I don't believe in paid reviews. So again, this is an overview and a first real world use of this product. This is not a review. This week, I have been floating around the Utah desert testing out the new C800 Plus from Anker SOLIX, and I just want to show off some of the features that I have found most useful. Because I'm a stat guy and a techie at heart, a lot of this video will be a bit tech heavy. I've included chapters in the video description so you can jump around to what matters most to you, including my real-world use cases. So for those of you that stuck around, let's talk stats. First, it is a 768 watt-hour lithium iron phosphate battery with an expected lifespan of 3,000 cycles. It has 5 110 volt AC outlets and a 1200 watt inverter, 2 USB-C ports. One is a 100 watt, way over there on the left, and the other is a 30 watt. And then has 2 USB-A ports, both of them 12 watts. And then, of course, a 12 volt outlet. And like the other Anker SOLIX units, the C800 Plus has that front-facing LED strip that I think all of them have. It has 3 modes, 1, 2, 3. And then if you press and hold, it has the SOS mode. The combined maximum output of everything on the C800 Plus is 1600 watts. As for input, it can charge via AC without an external power supply, which I absolutely love, and it can charge at 2 variable speeds. The regular speed is around 500 watts, which will take about an hour and a half to charge all the way from 0, and then the second speed called Hyperflash, which can charge it from 0 to 100% in under an hour. It'll charge it at over 1000 watts. The yellow input port is an XD60 port, and it's the DC charger input that can charge around 60 watts via your vehicle's carport, or up to 300 watts with Anker SOLIX's solar panels. The construction is externally plastic, and I believe it has an internal aluminum frame. I haven't had a chance to break into this thing yet because I'm still out here testing it. We'll talk about that in a later video. So what makes the C800 Plus different from other portable power stations? Well, it's this little door on top. So you press this button and it pops and reveals 2 lights and a telescoping stick. These 2 lights are 3 function lights. They have, this one's turned on torch mode. There it goes. At 4500 Kelvin and a max brightness of 200 lumens. Candle mode at 3000 Kelvin and a max brightness of 100 lumens. And then ambient light mode at 4500 Kelvin and 200 lumens max brightness. Running the lights on full brightness, which to achieve that, you press and hold the button. Should be getting brighter. Again, it's daylight, probably hard to see. But running the lights at full brightness should last about 8 hours and then 16 hours on their lowest setting. So pretty decent. They do charge by placing them back into the cubby. They have these 2 little pins here. So you just put them right back in and they will charge from within the battery. And to charge them from 0 all the way back to 100, it'll take about 4 hours. The expansion pole has a female 1/4-20 thread on the bottom that you can attach to the C800 Plus right here under this little rubber cap. It just threads right in there. So there's a male 1/4-20 in there. And it, well, let me just show you. Ta-da! And then it unthreads like this. And it's a telescoping pole. It extends to about 40 inches and it will hold, oops, let me kick my tripod. It will hold both lights. Ta-da! But I've found it works better with just one, and it gives you that infinite adjustability because it's a magnet on a ball. So, yeah, it goes back. What else? I think I think that does it for specs. So let's jump into some real world use of the C800 Plus from Anker SOLIX. Welcome to the real world use of this portable power station, the C800 Plus from Anker SOLIX. When you first get your C800 Plus, you'll want to make sure that it is charged all the way up to 100%. So connect it to your Anker app, plug it in, make sure everything on it is working exactly as it should, get it to 100% before you really go out and put it through its paces. I started by taking my C800 Plus into my garage to work on modifying the mounts for my DIY diesel heater, which I built into a box, and you can actually catch that video. I think it's linked probably there. It might be over here. Wherever it's linked, you can watch that video there. But it did amazing. The C800 Plus really just, it didn't even notice that I had a Dremel plugged into it. Then again, a Dremel only drew like 40 watts, and we have 1600 watts combined power we can draw out of this. So it wasn't even phased. Once my diesel heater was mounted, I ran out here into the desert where I have been camping with this thing all week. I've used it to power lights while I was cooking dinner, which was really actually pretty cool. And while this is not a review video, I thought it was a good experience. So it was cool. They were fully charged and ready to roll just by storing them here in the case. And then that magnetic ball with the infinite adjustability, that was cool. So I could get the light right where I wanted it. It worked as advertised. Again, not a review. Worked as advertised. So as someone who is out here in the desert or wherever I might be in the wild, a power source like the C800 Plus, it is critical to remaining productive. And on this trip, I have used it to power everything from charging my cameras to my new Gen 3 Starlink. It's worked really well, and I've been very happy with it. Again, not a review, but just real world use, it is working as advertised. So if you could see yourself doing what I'm doing and being a creator out here in the wild, you need to look into Anker SOLIX's new Adventurer Assembly program. In the video description is a link to an application that will be reviewed by the Anker SOLIX staff to provide one of you the latest Anker flagship power stations and up to $4,999 for your adventure fund. Just imagine where you could go with brand new gear and a fund to support you. Check the description for more details and learn how to submit your application down there. So there you have it, some real world use of the new Anker SOLIX C800 Plus. If you would like to see my full trip, the one I'm currently on, with this latest power station from Anker SOLIX, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as it will be releasing after this video. Not like now, but like when my next video releases, it will be that one. In the meantime, I have got this video of my recent trip to Canada all queued up and ready for you. I'll catch you over there.